Hello, queens. Hello, phenomenal women. Hello, inspirational women. This is your girl, Sibo Dube. Welcome to Totally Inspired, a channel where we talk all things leadership and all things lifestyle. Before we get started, please hit the notification bell and the subscribe button because you don't want to miss out on this content which has been created with you in mind so you can enjoy a full life because girl, you deserve it.
Hey guys, thanks once again for tuning in to yet another YouTube video on my series Totally Inspired. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please do so right away by clicking on the subscribe button, and remember not to forget clicking on the notification bell. Today I'm making this video on International Women's Day. Every year on the 8th of March, the world celebrates International Women's Day. This is a day when the world focuses on some of the issues that women face when it comes to them being able to be economically active, to be active participants in society. In other words, we are talking gender equality and equal opportunities for both men and women. Now today we're going to be talking about something very interesting, and as you can see from the title of the video, we are going to be talking about why you earn less than you are worth. And you know, one thing that is very interesting for this topic today is the fact that this year's theme for International Women's Day is Choose to Challenge. And in choosing to challenge, we're choosing to challenge the status quo around gender equality, gender parity, and other issues that make it impossible for women to get ahead in life, and we are choosing to challenge that status quo. Today I thought it would be very interesting for us to talk about why women earn less than men. And if you're a man, please do stay tuned. Do not hang up on this video. You are going to learn so much. You're also going to be equipped and enabled with ways in which you can actually try and get yourself to a better salary bracket. Of course, it has everything to do with what you bring to the table. It's not a matter of asking for more, but it's a matter of being able to say why you think you're worth what you're worth. So stay tuned, guys. We are going to be inspired, we're going to be challenged, and we're going to be made to think outside of the box in this video. Well, one of the things that make people to earn less than they are worth is because of the failure to negotiate from the very onset. Research has shown that men are able to actually put on the table what their expectations are, and they're able to negotiate better when it comes to salary negotiations during interviews. Whereas women are said to be less aggressive and less forthcoming as to negotiating what they think they're worth. So ladies, let's gather that courage that we talked about in one of the videos of being courageous. Let's gather that courage to say we think we're worth so much and be able to validate why we are worth so much. Secondly, one of the reasons why people are not earning what they are worth is because women are oftentimes finding themselves in a situation where their reproductive cycle gets in the way of their ability to be in the office. So when it comes to maternity leave and going away on leave to look after your newborn baby, sometimes you come back and things have changed so much. You're put in roles that were not necessarily the same as what you've signed up for. And when you find yourself in a situation like that, you must be able to negotiate with your employer to re-look at what your earnings look like. And sometimes women get penalized for having been away from the workplace for that period, because when they come back, the employer has made other arrangements which put them in a bit of a fix because they find themselves doing different roles. Sometimes it's roles that are worth less. So ladies, when you go on maternity leave, just make sure that when you come back, if whatever role is given to you is not the same as the one that you initially signed up for, it's important that you revisit the issue of what you will be earning for the role that you're going to be taking up. Sadly, people are sometimes not aware what the market is offering. It is important that in whatever role that you're in, you do your research as to what the market is offering for the type of role that you're in. That way you're able to find yourself in a situation where you are not being paid below the market value. Of course, there will be different dynamics, such as some companies offering you more perks than another company, but it's important to have an idea what the market is offering for the role that you are in. Fourthly, sometimes people are not vocal about the skills they bring to the table, the skills and the experience. When you are being offered a salary package, just make sure that the skills that you bring to the table, some of them are not quite tangible skills, but you must be able to defend yourself and explain to your employer what type of experience you bring, what value you are going to add to the organization, and what skills you are bringing to the company. That way you are able to actually be in a position where you're being offered what you really are worth, because skills, experience, and qualifications all put together have a certain weight that should actually correspond with what a company will eventually offer you as a salary. Number 5 is not being aware of what you're being offered. A lot of times people are just happy to see money coming into their bank accounts every month, and they don't check their salaries. They don't check the line items on what their package looks like, on how they ended up getting what they got into their account. It is important to acquaint yourself with the details of your salary slip, so that in case there are errors, you're not missing on any of those errors, and you're able to follow up with your employer and make them aware that there are certain things that are not reflecting well. Mistakes do happen, that I know for a fact. Sometimes payroll may for some reason have a mishap, and this thing can go on and on month after month because you are not following through what is in your salary slip. So everybody, make sure that you are checking those salary slips every single month, especially if you're somebody that has also got incentives. If you're a salesperson in the sales industry, in the business of sales, you might find that from month to month your salary will fluctuate, and it becomes even more important for you to understand your salary slip and see what is in that slip. Point number 6 actually reminds me of the theme of International Women's Month this year, which is Choose to Challenge. Sometimes people find themselves getting into situations where they become extremely desperate for a job. And when you are in a desperation mode, you will accept anything, even for less than what you're worth, for less than the work that you're doing. This is a time when people must choose to challenge, so that there is no exploitation of any kind, so that there is no taking advantage of any kind. Yes, it's important. You are really looking for that job, you're really looking for that break, but eventually you find yourself accepting anything that comes your way because you are in a desperate position. Just because you're unemployed doesn't mean when an employer comes across your candidature, they should take advantage of the fact that you are not working and give you less. Of course, this is a give and take situation. You are on this other side. The employer may reserve their right to take you or not take you, but by all means try and make sure that desperation doesn't make you end up taking up a role that is below your worth. Make sure when it's time for salary reviews, you are negotiating with understanding where you're coming from, with understanding where you stand in terms of your performance and what you really are worth. It can be a very dicey situation, it can be very subjective. When the time for salary increases come, everybody just needs to be aware of what you are worth. I hope this video has helped you in so many ways, and that you'll take some of the nuggets and apply them in your life. We must choose to challenge as society that everybody earns what is worth to them. For women to be able to earn the same amount of money money as their male counterparts in South Africa, they actually need to work an additional 2 months in the year. So over and above the 12 months, for women to be able to earn the same, they have to add another 2 months. So we need to keep challenging. We must choose to challenge, just as the theme for International Women's Day says this year. So until next time, it's been such a pleasure being with you, and I hope you found this video insightful, and above all that you found it totally inspiring. Please do not forget, comment on the comment section below, like the video, share the video. This probably will help somebody who does not understand where they stand in terms of their earning and their worth. Until next time, please keep inspiring.
So there you have it, queens. Hope you had been inspired by today's video and that you'll go out and be more and do more, because you deserve a full life. Before you go, remember, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of this inspiring content, and do share my link with your circle of queens. Until next time, keep inspiring.